Thinking of moving to Sweden? I think most of us have at some point, as what's not to like? Sweden is a country with everything to offer, from a high quality of life, and an excellent health and welfare system, to a stunning natural environment that is easy to enjoy. No matter where you are in Sweden, even in its capital Stockholm, the air is fresh, the waters are clean, and nature is right on your doorstep. The architecture is stunning all over Sweden, the culture is open and welcoming, and everyone understands English, so there won't be a communication problem that you might find when moving to other countries either. There is no wonder why Sweden was voted the top country in the world on the Good Country Index. So now we know that Sweden is worth moving to, or at least visiting. Where are the best places to live in Sweden? Let's go to the video to find out. One. Stockholm. Population 975,551. Temperature 14 to 23 degrees Celsius in summer, -4 to 0 degrees Celsius in winter. Location: southeast coast. Stockholm is the capital of Sweden, and it's also recognized as the capital of Scandinavia, and is one of the best cities to live in Sweden. The city is set on 14 different islands that span the estuary of Fordland of where Lake Eken meets the sea. No matter where you are in this stunning city, water and views into the Baltic are never far away. From a cultural perspective, Stockholm is teeming with diversity, while also being connected to its centuries of history and tradition, as the royal capital. The architecture is something to behold, and as you turn through the streets of Stockholm, you can see why it's known as one of the most beautiful cities in the world. Stockholm also prides itself on its fashion, food, design, drink, lifestyle, and technology. It truly is an urban metropolis that has stayed up to date with the times, and there is so much to do. The public transportation system is super efficient, it sweats history and tradition, while having everything you'd expect from a city that strives to innovate. On top of all this, in Stockholm, you can be sailing around a fjord, swimming in the sea, or walking through a forest within minutes of your apartment. It's a city that's hard to beat, if you're looking for a hip urban lifestyle that is so impeccably integrated with nature. 2. Gothenburg. Population 579,281. Temperature 13 to 21 degrees Celsius in summer, -3 to 1 degree Celsius in winter. Location: southwest coast. Gothenburg is the capital of West Sweden, and like Stockholm sits on the shores of the Baltic Sea. It's the perfect city if you like to travel with quick connections via road and ferry to both Norway and Denmark. The city itself is a lot smaller than Stockholm, with half the population size, but still boasts new wave thinking, culture, and easy access to the stunning natural surroundings. You are never far from great places to camp in the mountains, seas, lakes, rivers, and forests in Sweden, and the Gothenburg archipelago of islands takes under 30 minutes to get to, and is a beautiful place to explore all times of the year. The city itself is full of old cobbled streets, outdoor food markets, a lively restaurant scene, beautiful canals, and a lot of wide open green spaces. There is a lot to enjoy in Gothenburg, and it's also home to the largest botanical garden in Sweden, that grows over 16,000 species of plants. The community in Gothenburg is tight-knit and welcoming. You'll easily be able to make new friends, and with it being a business center, jobs aren't hard to come by either. There are a number of excellent public schools in Gothenburg too, as well as international schools that teach in English. The healthcare system is one of the best in the world, and getting around Gothenburg couldn't be easier. The road system is excellent with minimal traffic, and the extensive public bus and tram network get you around the city quickly and efficiently. 3. Malmo. Population 344,166. Temperature 14 to 22 degrees Celsius in summer, -1 to 3 degrees Celsius in winter. Location, southern tip. Malmo sits on the southern tip of Sweden, and was once a city with the shipping industry at its core. The industry broke down, and Malmo had to reinvent itself into the alternative tech center it has now become. Malmo is the third largest city in Sweden, and with a relatively low population, a third of Stockholm, it still retains the buzz of city life while being quite relaxed overall. It's a far cheaper place to live than both Stockholm and Gothenburg, with less expensive rents, restaurant prices, and more. From an employment perspective, there is quite a lot on offer in Malmo, but there is also the option to commute to the nearby city of Lund, and even the Danish capital Copenhagen. Many expats that live in Malmo make the daily trip over the border, or up north for work, but choose to live in Malmo for its alternative lifestyle. It's also great for weekends away, as Copenhagen is an awesome city to spend some time in and experience. The thing that made Malmo famous and such an appealing place to live is the city's dedication to fair trade. It is labeled as a fair trade town and was certified in 2006. When shopping or eating out in Malmo, you know that every little thing you spend your money on is doing something good for the world, so you can go on shopping spree with a clear conscience. Malmo isn't a big city, but it's not too small either. You can get everywhere by bike, or through walking, thanks to relatively low distances, and the center is almost a car-free zone, where biking and public transport are encouraged. Another great thing about Malmo is, there is so much to do. In summer the city is alive with concerts and free events, as well as a great cultural and restaurant scene, plus it's on the sea. You can spend warm weekends in summer at the beach, sauna, and swimming in the sea, right in the city center. There are also tons of lakes or forests inland, and more coast to explore when you need a break from the city. Finding a rental in Malmo can be tough, and you should try and get on waiting lists as soon as possible. The flats in the popular areas are often all taken, but if you look in the outskirts or surrounding villages you should be able to find something with relative ease. If you're commuting, the train service isn't as reliable as it should be either, which is worth bearing in mind. 4. Solna. Population 82,429. Temperature 14 to 22 degrees Celsius in summer, -1 to 3 degrees Celsius in winter. Location, southwest coast. The city of Solna has often been voted the best city in Sweden to live in, thanks to its thriving employment opportunities and its proximity to Stockholm. The city has one of the lowest corporate tax rates in Sweden, which has attracted a huge wave of the industry over the years, making its employment rates and opportunities are excellent, plus Stockholm is an easy commute too. The city is less than an hour outside of Stockholm, and has a much more suburban feel to it. So, if you're looking for a more peaceful existence, but with all the opportunities of living near a capital city, Solna might be the place for you. In this video, we discussed best places to live in Sweden. If you got this video helpful, please give a thumbs up to the video. Don't forget to share this with your friends. Subscribe to the channel for more important videos like this. Thanks for watching.